What do you think about the new champion of support? I think in fringe cases that give her like slows and shit, slows and shields, she's really oppressive. I wouldn't even be surprised if she's actually played as a carry and people ran a second support with her. Like people said Karma and Lulu, and I had to like agree that sounded actually like kind of pog. She's a control mage. I mean, she can be a support. She can be a support pretty easily. Athene's works from all damage. Spells, auto attacks, everything. It's just Tarek doesn't have any spells that deal damage. So, like, it doesn't make sense for that champion to build that. Oh my goodness. I mean, people say that, like, she can go mid and shit, but, like, I'm not sold on it. Her kit actually screams dual lane. Everything about it. That whole ecosystem is just too abusable. Alright, dude. Might be dead anyway. Like, I don't even feel like I'm laning with humans. You know what I mean? Like, they have to be Phytobots, like 9,000s, that have been introduced into the, you know, into the world. Dude, honestly, part of me is just so depressed laning with ADCs. I thought they were gonna dive me. I mean, that wasn't a respected level 2 scenario. I feel like you don't watch the game. Just literally got hit by Mystic shots like 12 times in a row because he didn't sit in the minion wave. He also just doesn't actively move or try to dodge or juke or anything like that. So you got hit by a bunch of Pantheon stuns. Cue it. What do you want me to do? I mean, it's pretty clear that, like, they know. So, like, I'm tired of this fucking idiot pinging. Okay. I flashed into the wall. It sucks. Alright, well, solo queue is just not it today. That's for sure. Today is just a fucking perma-loss day. I tried to preemptive walk over to like help collapse on him, but the Vanguard just didn't even fight over it, and the Pantheon didn't fight over it. They just fucking walked and jumped on my ass. That's why I hate collapsing first. It's so easy to get clipped between the two lanes if people aren't walking with you. Oh, my least strong. That's good. I should surprise that guy didn't blink in. I should have sought my Q though, because I just missed cannon because of that. I'm stupid. Why did Bard drop off the meta? I don't know. Still doing fine in the farm department. Well, my mid and jungler are fucking freaking it, so game's pretty easy to play. Like, I really just roamed mid to take plates. What Chad? Trying to decide whether or not I want Mikhail's first or Redemption. I kind of want Redemption a little bit more than I want Mikhail's.
Money. Making mountains and mountains of money.
I'm just chilling until my jungler shows up. Also, Ash, thanks for the Prime, 7 months in a row. Longer than my longest relationship. Sorry to hear that. Welcome back. It's low elo. Hope you're doing good, Ash. That is true. They did nerf him a lot. Uh oh. Was. Not terrible. I mean, it's still a winnable fight. Nice, good kill. It's Redemption, by the way. I'm just gonna get Redemption. I think Redemption is just way more multi-purpose than my Mikhail's. Mega worth? Yeah, for sure. I mean, that guy just uses ulti. I know he flashed. Oh, that was sick, though. I healed him in the middle of his Q-air aerial. That was actually a fucking pog difference maker. Rhaegar is kind of an asshole though. Keeps fucking coming down here to ruin my KDA. I'm contemplating a Zeke's. Like, I'm not trolling when I say that. I hate that they nerf conditioning. I thought that was one of the dumbest nerfs ever, by the way. Is it normal for a support to get Executioner's first item? It's fine in this game, because I'm Soraka. Makes total sense for him to build that. Got Arson. My top laner's kind of getting owned. In a lane matchup, he hasn't actually had to lane most of the game, because that guy's TP'd twice, but you know, whatever. Hey. Nice, really good trap. Well played. I don't even have a fucking relic. What am I swinging at? I mean, I'm down with it, if that's his ult. Also, my Caitlyn is just absolutely in a flanking position. I think he's just gonna trade one for one and call it a day. This game is really weird, because I'm just fucking running around in circles on Soraka, but at the same time, like, might as well. Alright, now he's just showing off. I'm coming up here to fuck with this guy when he comes through the lane. Well, no, he never expected the fucking Soraka roam. Fucking stupid ass Soraka. What the fuck is this idiot doing? Okay, I got Olsen. Yeah, this game's actually like pretty high action. There's a lot of shit going on. Honestly though, I love games like these. I'll fucking roam on Soraka. If like my Lee Sin is moving around, I'm gonna do shit with him for sure. I'm down with it, you know? No way, there's not a word here. Okay, he forced him out, so I'll just sit mid right now. There you go. Fucking stupid ass Soraka sitting top, man. What the heck? I'll have a good fight over Dragon. Actually, I have pretty good vision for it too. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of like Soraka a little bit more than Nami these days, because I feel like you can go Tabby and then you can build Redemption. You know what I mean? Like you can build defense items. That's not a good fight for them. I'm just walking over to it. Your thoughts on Tinder chat? I don't think you're talking to me. Also, it's kind of a bad death. Oh yeah, the Zyro with Ninja Tabby game? That was funny. Dude, I was invincible. Like, right here, I would consider a Zeke's literally just for the stats. Like, no troll. Like, I would consider Zeke's for the stats. Do you think Bard is OP? I think Bard is still really good. I think in solo queue, like, people are pretty bad about, like, keeping tabs on people and playing conservatively, like, when like, support can roam and shit. And so, I think champions like Bard do pretty well still. Oh, that was cute. I like that. He feinted pressure on a different target. Like, he pretended like he was gonna go for someone and then went for the other person. Why aren't you going to Theon's Ardent? Well, for starters, Ardent is terrible on this champion. You should stop building that immediately on this champion because you use health as a resource, so you can't keep the buff going on people very long. It's terrible. And the reason why I went Redemption first is because the enemy team is going to try and kill me, and this item allows you to keep yourself alive. It's a pretty OP item on this champ. Also, I finished a fucking quest and my item before I finished Mana Flow Ban this game. Lamau. But I do have 104 armor, which is very poggers. Oh, let's get a word back here. Did you do a VOD review? No. I don't watch any of the Worlds games. They're too late. They're too late for me. They're too late and I don't care. Like, they're too late, I wake up, right? And then everyone talks about, like, the scores. So it's like, okay, well, you know what I mean? Why exactly building tank? Because the enemy team has a bunch of assassins that want to one-shot me, and the only way I lose is by dying instantly. And my healing numbers are, like, more than fine right now. Okay. Yeah, you probably just push through mid now. Also, Redemption's actually really OP on this champion because usually you lane assign yourself to mid lane, right? And well, look at this. Look at the access I get for Redemption from mid lane. Like if you're playing through mid, you get access to both side lanes. So you have technically you're buying another global. It's pretty nuts. Thoughts on Pyke and Rakan? I think Pyke is great in lower elo games because people don't flash or Zonya's your ulti. But I think it's actually a quite terrible champion as you play against way better players. I think Rakan's just like situationally not bad. I like playing Rakan into like all-in teams. So, like, if I see the enemy team pick, like, Nautilus or Leona or something like that, then I'm kind of down to play, like, a game of Rakan. That was stupid of me to press R. Like, look how far I can reach already. Redemption's pretty poggers, dude. Like, Athene's is better for sustaining, like, for sustained fights, but for burst fights, if you have a good Redemption, it's so good. Rakan into Leona? Yeah, Rakan hard counters Leona. You go Merc Tread's first item, and you run Legend's Tenacity, and as Rakan, like, you can't get CC'd. I don't know what that guy's doing, but trolling's probably in the category of what he's doing. Oh, we don't even have Smite. Great. So my teammate flew over the edge and killed himself for nothing. Is Zeke's really that bad? Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty bad item on most champions. How exactly does Rakan counter Leona? I just told you. Are you not listening? You go Legends, Tenacity, and Merc Treads, and then Leona can't stun you anymore, and you have 3 dashes. So you're like, she can't CC you anymore. You're immune to her. And the answer is no. There is no way that Leona can stun Rakan in mid W and cancel her stun. That's not a thing. That doesn't exist. That mechanic is not a thing. Yeah, people used to think that Leona countered Rakan, but then people were just like, but what if I just wasn't retarded and I built Mercury Treads? And they're like, oh, this matchup is unplayable for Leona. Because you just max E as Leona, you max E as Leona, and then, or against Leona as Rakan, and then your shield plus your double shield plus Guardian is too much for Leona to have enough damage, and then you just kite her out. And then you can W and chase her down, and you do more damage than her across the lane afterwards. That guy's a bit tanky. Or maybe he just doesn't do any damage yet. I mean, they're gonna do Baron. Guys, they're gonna do Baron. I can't believe the enemy team didn't counter Baron. I can't believe the second they killed those players, they didn't counter Baron and send one person to defend and not lose the game. That's actually crazy to me. That's such a that's actually garbage. That guy doesn't do any fucking damage to me, by the way. That Rengar. Does this RA miss? Yeah, all the time. Usually he plays quite bad. He has been playing... To his credit, he has been playing better in the games that I've played with him recently. But he's usually quite terrible at the game. So, maybe he's getting more clean. Nice. Is like situational builds and the ability to level up based on the matchup and stuff something that happens with lots of gameplay and practice? Yeah. But it's not usually not usually that necessary on most champions. Like the only deviation you would take on Soraka is like you either go Athene's or Redemption first. Sometimes I guess you go Mikhail's. I guess she actually has like a big deviation in terms of item buys. Okay, well, I mean, that guy just chopped them to bits. We have Smite this time. It should just be ours. But honestly, like, dude, literally, you could do this rune build and item build every game and it wouldn't be bad. That's the thing about League. Like, League's kind of like, League's made for noobs. Like, League's not really a thinker's game when it comes to item builds and like runes and stuff. Font of Life? I mean, what else would I take? I mean, it's either Font of Life or or Demolish, and I'm probably not gonna have Applied Pressure, so I mean, better a little bit of healing than nothing, right? What the fuck was that? I can't see anything right now. This man actually just stood out of my redemption. Whatever, dude. Here's heals anyway. Very jungle gappy kind of game. I usually take Guardian every game on Soraka. I think Guardian is just better than Aerie in pretty much every way, shape, and